Welcome back to another walk around. Today we have a 2023 Honda Civic Sport Hatchback in Boost Blue Pearl. The Civic lineup is LX, which is the base model, Sport, which is this model, EXL, which is one above this, and Sport Touring is the fully loaded model. Out of the four of the hatchbacks, I'm going to say the Sport is the most popular, especially for anyone that's shopping for their first car, or you need something smaller, zippier, but you don't want something too basic, but you don't need something too loaded, and you try to get something in the mid-20s, this is the way to go. From 22 to 23, styling is identical. One thing about the hatchbacks is the grille is unique than the sedan. So the sedan actually have a different pattern. It doesn't have this little nose hanging over here like the sedan. The sedan have its own unique styling, its own unique grille. Other than that, between the sedan and the hatchback, they look identical from the front. In the rear, you have a hatchback versus a trunk. No fog lights, even though you have this little insert. So you can add your fog lights like aftermarket if you wanted to. But from factory, only the Sport Touring has fog lights. But I'm assuming Honda didn't want to have to make a whole new bumper just for one trim level. So they use the same bumper in all their trim level, but just don't have fog lights in the Sport. You have full LED, high beam, low beam, turn signals, daytime running lights, standard, even on the LX, so it's here on the Sport. This is Honda's new design language. Longer hood, the slimmer A-pillars, windshields pull back a little bit more. Not as aggressive as the previous generation. The 10th generation had a more boy racer, very angular lines, looked very angry. This one's more chill, more sophisticated, more premium looking, less, and that's why Honda went with this look, because the previous one was very aggressive. But with this, they're able to reach an older crowd, not just the younger crowd. It's not as aggressive, but it's not too boring either. Like, you can tell this is still a Civic. Sport hatchback will have full black wheels, and they're kind of like gloss black. I know this one's a little dirty, and these are 18s. You have disc brakes on all four wheels. And the side mirrors is actually on the door instead of it being on the corner, and gloss black on the mirrors. You can see around the doors, it's all black. There's no chrome. You barely see any chrome on this vehicle besides the H emblem up front, but everything's blacked out on the Sport. Another reason why everyone loves these, the door handles is body colored. The antenna is body colored. So this will help you decide if you want a sedan or if you want a hatchback, because the rear of the sedan is completely different than the rear of the hatchback, and the hatchback is shorter, so the sedan is a few inches longer than the hatchback. Sport is going to give you full LED brake lights. Your turn signals look like they're normal bulbs, and your reverse lights look like they're normal bulbs. Your third brake light is in the spoiler, and it's LED as well. Or maybe isn't? No, I think it's LED. It's kind of hard to tell. Sport does give you not a real diffuser, but kind of get a diffuser style back here. No exhaust pipes, just a normal bumper, but still pretty sporty in the back. Now the Sport symbol, you can block those out through Honda and the H emblem and the Civic, but they are chrome. But that's pretty much the only chrome thing back here. Here are the keys for the Sport. You have lock, you have unlock, you have a button to unlock the trunk, and you have a circle that says hold. That's for your remote start and panic. So because you have the smart key, your remote start, you do have smart entry as well. So the vehicle is locked. Let me make sure it's locked. You tap these little lines right here. That will lock the whole car. You put your hand in there, unlock the car. If you put your hand on the passenger's door, it will unlock all four doors. The seating in Sports are manual, so you can see you can go up and down. You can tilt your back piece forward and back, and then you pull the bar to move the seat up forward and back. Same thing for the passenger seats. This passenger seat is only forward and back, and your back, and that's it. And then show you guys with the Sport, it's a combination seat actually. So you have leather on the outside and then cloth on the inside. It's actually pretty nice. Let me show you the passenger seat, because I don't feel like ripping up this plastic right here, but you can see the seat design. It's actually really nice. You get the little stripe down the middle, and this is the black interior. The Sports actually only come in black, so you don't really have a color option when it comes to interior color. Let's get inside of here and close the door. So for your windows, Welcome to your Civic. For your windows, you have automatic up and down for the driver and passenger window. The rear windows you hold for up and down. And lock, power mirrors, power locks. You do have your shortcuts to your safety features there with the little circle. Let me zoom in there for you guys. See the little circle with the car around it? And then right below it is your traction control and your dimming lighting for your interior lighting for your screens and everything as well. So you can see on the armrest, it's cloth, comfortable, hard plastic on the doors. Let's actually turn this on because I'm about to melt in here. Push the button to start. You have a leather steering wheel. And I like the gloss black in the middle. It's pretty cool. You do have a half digital and half analog cluster. That's going to be the same on LX, Sport, and EXL. Once you get the Touring, then you get the full digital 10-inch display. You do have auto lights. You have parking and on. Wipers on the right side, rear wipers on the top. So you pull the whole thing for the front. You turn for the rear. You do have power shifters behind the steering wheel. You can virtually shift up and down if you wanted to. This does have a CVT transmission, so you don't actually have gears, but if you want to mimic like you had gears and shift, you can. And then you have your controls over here for the left screen, that's digital. So you have a home button here that allow you to kind of go through the different menus. Let's actually zoom up in there. So you have range and fuel, you have warning, you can have nothing, customize it, your different settings, like your door lock. Actually, let me go in here. Your settings is going to show you like your door lock settings and TPMS and all the good stuff you can see in there. Let's go back, hit the little house, go back, and then you have safety support. So that's what the shortcut button right down here does. So actually, am I still zoomed in? Oh, let me zoom out. I'm gonna push that guy, and then you can see you go straight to your safety features. And you have road departure mitigation, and you have collision mitigation braking. The Sport does not come with blind spot, so you won't have that option. But that's how you turn off to your safety features there. Maintenance, we have your seatbelts on, driver attention, zoom back up in there again, speed and time, range and fuel. This is probably what everyone usually uses. It shows how much miles you have left on your tank. You have warnings, no contents. I'm just gonna leave it on range and fuel. So very customizable, easy to read, easy to use. Your gas, how much gas you have right down there. Super simple. So leather steering wheel, like I said, you have a leather shift knob as well. You get the 7-inch touchscreen display. And even though it's touchscreen, you still have a volume knob, you still have a tuning knob, which I love, and you have a little seek button down here. So it's touchscreen and buttons, so you get the best of both worlds. Some cars don't give you no buttons, some give you no touchscreen, so pretty cool. Even though it's a 7-inch, it's a nice display. You have shortcuts for your phone, radio, Bluetooth, or USB, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it has both, but you have to plug it in. If you want wireless, you have to get a Sport Touring for wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. EXL and below will have this screen. So the Sport Touring gets the bigger 9-inch display. You have the new design that Honda's using in most of their vehicles now in their cars. Started with the Civic, which is cool. You have a single zone climate control. So temperature can set here. You can put exactly what temperature you want. Actually, I'll probably put like 62 for right now. Fan speed. And then this changes from face to feet or feet only or however you want it. What's cool too, that it shows you up here what you're doing. So if you're driving, you can keep your eyes on the road and you can see what you change while holding on to this guy. You don't have to look down here, which is good. You have your different air circulation, your simple climate control, defrost, heated rear glass, AC on and off, real simple. USB-A, no USB-Cs. You have a 12-volt power outlet here as well, and one USB-A right there. With your shifter, you have park, reverse, neutral, drive, simple. You do have your drive mode, so when you toggle this thing up or down, you can go from sport, normal, or econ. Econ is gonna give you less power, but save you the most on gas. Normal will give you a little bit more power, but still save you on gas. Sport gives you more power and less on gas. So leave it on whichever one you want. The Civics do come with an auto stop feature, so that's how you turn that on and off. You have electronic parking brake, so instead of having a lever, you just pull it up. And then to disengage, you hold the brakes and you push it back down. And because you have electronic parking brake, you have brake hold. So if you turn this on while you're in drive, you can take your foot off the brake and it will hold your brake while you're in drive. Let's look at the glove box here. Simple size. None too crazy on the passenger side either. Let's look in here. Plenty of size storage. Little coin thing you can move back and forth. And no plugins, just storage and that's it. But it's pretty deep. Actually, it's real deep. So you can put all your garbage and all your good stuff in there as well. Regular rear view mirror, no auto dimming. Believe, was that EXL enough or Sport Touring? We're gonna look at the brochure, I forgot. But LED lights, which is a nice touch. And with your vanity mirror, no light. Hey, there I go. No light, but at least you get a mirror, which is cool. Let's get to the back seat. The rear doors open pretty wide. It's not all the way, like 90, but still pretty wide. Easy to get in and out. Even the back seat have the leather on the outside and cloth on the inside. You just don't get that strip. And you have a little handle right here. This is how you drop the seats, but we'll do that in a second. Sitting behind myself. Still got room, and this is where the seat actually kind of back. And you can see the cockpit again, how it looks from back here. Just in case you guys, I don't know, you can't test drive one or you just don't want to go in person, you want to watch a video one, here we go. LED lighting back here. And there's nothing really much going on back here. No air vents and no USB-Cs plug. Yeah, not really much going on back here. Check out the trunk. And because it's a hatchback, you don't have a trunk button. Car's warning me, like, hey, it's running, what are you doing? Don't leave your car running. But yeah, so because it's a hatchback, you don't have a button to pop open the trunk. You have a button on the key fob to unlock it, or you can come back here and that's it. You can see it's really wide. And this is the reason why you get this and not the sedan. So you can see the opening, look how wide the opening is. It's wider than the 10th gen, and it's actually more cargo space than the 10th gen. It's actually the most spacious Civic hatchback we've ever had. This one has the all-season mat, so if you're gonna add the cargo tray, because it doesn't come with this tray, this is what it look like, and then it have these little lines because you can put dividers. It's actually pretty cool. You even come with this little privacy thingamajiggy, that way no one can see in your trunk, see what you got everyone for Christmas. So it comes with this on the hatch itself, so this tray will just cover that portion up there. Come with floor mats as well. But yeah, to fold down the seats, you can do it from back here, but you have to stretch it a little bit and pull it. Or you can go around to the side and drop it. It's up to you. I don't know if it's going all the way down because of the front driver's. Oh, the seatbelt is on. I'm bugging. I'm over here like, why is the thing not dropping? Seatbelt is on. My bad, bro. It's like, yo, Keem, what are you doing to me? There we go. Come over to this side. Pull the little handle. And it's 60/40, so you can split it like you saw. So with the seats down, how much space you got? You can lay back there if you need it, if you wanted to, or if you had to. Very spacious. So sedan, you know, you have your normal back window, and then you have the trunk, and then you have this whole piece right here that's in the way. So if you need more cargo space, this is why you get the hatchback. I think the hatchback is like 650 more, something like that. It's a little bit more for the hatchback, but it's more versatile. Yes, you will get a donut. So let's get this thing up that I showed you guys. So there you go. You get a spare. You get a donut spare with your tools. You don't have to worry about that. Capless filler. So technically, a gas cap is on this door here. Also, if you lock the car, it will lock the door. So you don't got to worry about that. Here's a window sticker, so you can see 2023 Civic 2-liter hatchback sport, Boost Blue, black interior. The Boost Blue, you do pay $455 more because of premium color. So it's MSRP is $25,850 plus the color. You're looking at $1,095 for destination handling, $27,400 altogether. So if you need something that's, because I think a sedan should be about 26 and some change, high 26s. Need something in the mid-20s. This is the way to go. And you get a lot of goodies standard too. Oh yeah, the hatchback also gets its own little side skirt. And with the engine, you get a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine on the LX, and this Sport, if you go up to an EXL or a Sport Touring, then you get the 1.5 turbo. But I know the 10th gen, all the hatchbacks were turbo, but I think it was easier for Honda to make this a 2-liter instead of the turbo, when they started building these in the United States. That's my guess. But the engine is still good. It's 158 horsepower versus 180. Unless you're out there racing everyone, it's not a huge difference. You know, there is more torque in the turbo model. There is more torque in the turbo model. You can tell from driving this versus driving the 1.5. But if you needed just an A to B and out here racing people, the 2-liter would be fine. This is the trim walk for the Honda Civic hatchback, and we're looking at the sport trim. So the sport trim has everything the LX have, but it add these goodies here. 6-speed manual transmission is available on the Sport and the Sport Touring. So if you want a manual and you don't want an SI and you don't want a Type R, you want a normal Civic, that Sport Hatchback or the Sport Touring is the only way to go. No manual sedan anymore. They did before, but that's gone. Or you can get the CVT and with paddle shifters, of course. And then, you know, the emissions, the remote starts on the Sport. The e-car normal Sport, so the drive mode I'll show you guys with the little toggle starts on the Sport. 18-inch wheels on the Sport, the black wheels, all-season tires. You have the Sport combination of seats, so the leather on the outside, cloth on the inside is only on the Sport. If you get an EX, the whole seat is cloth. LX, whole seat is cloth, not EX. EXL, the whole seat is leather. LX, whole seat is cloth. And Sport Touring, everything's leather, so you get this, it's the combination. It is the EX on the sedan is cloth though. But Sport pedals start from the Sport, the leather steering wheel with the shift knob like I showed you. You get an 8-speaker, 180-watt system, which is not bad. Traffic jam assist, so Honda sensing feature, so that's cool. And smart entry with walkway auto lock and gloss black power side mirrors. So because this one is right in the middle, this is kind of what, you know, this is what everyone kind of likes. You know, like if you like the LX, you like the basic, but you want a little bit more, then you get the Sport. So let's jump into the colors and combinations they come into. Here's all your trim levels. So remember, the LX came back just last minute. When the 20s first came out, it was only 3 options: Sport, EXL, and Touring. Sport used to be the base model. Well, just look at all the colors they come in. So here you go. You can get a manual, which don't cost more or less, cost the same amount. And you have the CVT. And the options you have are black, so crystal black pearl, lunar silver, rally red, are the 3 colors that you don't pay for a premium price. And if you get boost blue, the platinum white pearl, or the sonic gray, $455 more. In this case, we're looking at the white and 1 interior color in all of them. And I showed you the window sticker before. It's $27,400 at the time of recording. If you watch this like a year later and the 24s are out, most likely it's probably cost more than this. But let's see what wheel options they have. They have these, which is okay, but I like the OEM sport wheels. Those are actually pretty cool. And there's different packages. We have the HPD, all seasons, protection package. I'll do a separate video on the HPD package and some accessories. I think I wanted to check. Let me see. So I know. Oh, so you probably can't add a the auto dimming rearview mirror. Huh. Interesting. Every time I'm looking at, like, I try not to even go over accessories because Honda's always changing things when it comes to accessories. So like online, it doesn't show anything with the auto dimming rearview mirror. So that's interesting. But okay. All right, so we're coming to an end now. I appreciate you guys for watching this walk around. Plenty more Civics to go, plenty more Hondas to go, plenty more colors to go. I want to go over everything. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below, like the video, because that does help me out, reach more people. So, and I'm gonna continue doing this as well. And if you're here for my main channel, I appreciate you transferring over. Welcome to the family. We're gonna be doing strictly walkarounds, and I'm gonna be doing other brands too. So comment below what brands you would love to see me do a walk around on. I'm gonna go outside of Honda eventually, but since I work at Honda, I'm gonna start with Honda right now. But yeah, I want to do a little bit of everything. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next walk around.